You don't kill anything just because you can. You need to have a legitimate reason, a legitimate purpose for doing that. And I think that hunt exposed that most people who participated in it were motivated by either novelty. This was an opportunity to kill something they had never killed before, and they wanted to add it to their life list. Or it was motivated by vengeance, by people who had been or believed that they've been negatively impacted by wolves. For many people, in both the tribal and the non-tribal community, those aren't good enough reasons to take an animal's life, especially a highly sentient, highly social animal like Maaingan.
I think our relationship with the wolf is giving us some insight and wisdom about our future. Just as what happens to the water quality happens to us, also what happens to the wolf happens to us. We understand these relationships. We need to start bringing our teachings forward. We need to start bringing our ceremonies forward. And hopefully there will be people that will be open to learning that knowledge, that way of life. And we might be able to save some of these species of animals for our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, into 7 generations into the future. That's one of my hopes.
The Maaingan, kind of like, are they on reservations too? I mean, are they? Are we trying to put the Maaingan on reservations too? So I'd like the Maaingan to be free, to have a free spirit.
For the tribes, the original treaties were the treaties that they made with the beings that they depended upon for their survival. Humans were placed here last on the earth because they were dependent on everything that came before them. Maaingan took several roles, but a huge one being an educator. That how to survive on this landscape, how to have stamina, how to work cooperatively in hunting, and how to work cooperatively in raising your young. One of the other primary teachings of the Ojibwa is to be humble. And there seems to be a great need to apply that teaching here. We know a lot more about wolves than we did 20 years ago. We're going to know a lot more about wolves 20 years from now. And too often, I think, we try to place the value of wolves and sort of force them to justify themselves by what we know of them right now. Part of being humble is knowing that our knowledge is limited, and that it just makes sense, and it also makes ecological sense, to think that a being that spent thousands and thousands of years on this landscape, co-evolving with things like the white-tailed deer, has an important and a valuable role here. And even the parts of that we don't understand or appreciate yet aren't necessarily necessary to justify them having a place here.